for it here on NFL Total Access with Scott Hansen. I'm Lindsay Rhodes.
Yeah, two Super Bowl winning quarterbacks trying to keep their seasons alive in the Pacific Northwest. Both the Packers and the Seahawks only have 4 wins coming into this Thursday night matchup in Week 11. Both have lost 2 of their last 3. The Packers have not won a road game this year, but they return to the scene of some memorable games and fantastic finishes. That would be CenturyLink Field in Seattle. That is where we take you live right now. Tom Pelissero is standing by. And Tom, it is high stakes for a couple of quarterbacks who love to perform in prime time.
That's right, Scott. Aaron Rodgers and the Packers have won the last 3 games in this series, but they are 0-3 in Seattle during the Russell Wilson era. Have not won in this building since 2008, which was Rodgers' first season as the starter. These Seahawks are reestablishing their identity as a run-first football team, and Wilson's a big part of that. As Packers defensive end Mike Daniels told me, there's not another quarterback in the league who runs the way that Wilson does, and if you don't stay disciplined, he will make you pay. As for Rodgers, who's moving better and better on his injured knee, Seahawks coach Pete Carroll said today he can pretty much do it all.
His instincts are extraordinary, and he uses those, and they show up in so many different ways. His ability to move in and around the pocket and find more space and create more time is as good as you get. He's also really smart, and he's been in the system, and he can utilize so many aspects of it during the course of the game. So he's just as difficult as you can get.
The Seahawks will be trying to stop Rodgers and the Packers without one of their best defensive players. Linebacker KJ Wright listed as doubtful on the injury report because of a knee injury. I spoke to Wright about an hour ago. He said the chances are slim at best. He goes tomorrow, wants to get that knee right. Scott, make sure he's ready for the stretch run.
Yeah, that would be big. They have lost 2 in a row, has Seattle. The Seahawks have never lost 3 in a row with Russell Wilson as their quarterback. Thanks, Tom.
Willie McGinnis, James Jones, I don't know about you, but I find this game to be fascinating. We've got two quarterback-centric offenses that are both coming off games in which the ground game was also pretty good. Can we count on that again tomorrow, though, for the Packers?
Your offense a trick offense? That's okay. I'll take the trick offense. As long as we score points and get some yards. But listen, I know these 2 quarterbacks are special, but listen, you have to run the ball if you're the Packers. Aaron Jones, give him a heavy dose. I like what Mike McCarthy did last week. No running back by committee. This is our guy. We're going to give him the ball. We're going to let him tote the rock, as the running back say in Green Bay. We're going to tote this thing, and we're going to get yards. And he's making it easier on Aaron. And if we could do that, you keep other offenses off the field, because they're going to have to stop Seattle's run as well. But a heavy dose of Aaron Jones is going to make it easier for Aaron Rodgers in the play-action pass. I think this is going to be a good fit.
Are you convinced that McCarthy is as convinced as you are that Aaron Jones getting the ball that often is the answer?
Me knowing Coach Mike, I don't know, because he used to come in the locker room and say, we're going to run this thing 30 times. We have 2 negative runs, and he 5 wide receivers were throwing. So I'm hoping he sticks with the run and understands that this is what makes your offense better, makes your quarterback better as well, takes hits off of Aaron as well. So I'm hoping he does just let him go out there and run the ball, negative runs or not.
You mentioned the Seattle run game. They've been very good, number 1 in the league in rush offense, but you never know who it's going to be from a week-to-week basis. Is it going to be Chris Carson? Is it going to be Mike Davis? Last week it was Rashad Penny. What is your expectation?
Well, a lot of that was because of injury, but they found a guy in Davis, and I think Tom hit it right on the head when he said that they've rediscovered themselves. Since Russell Wilson has been a Seattle Seahawk, when they've rushed the ball 150 yards or more, they've been in the playoff. They've been a playoff team. So they want to find that balance with the run, the play action, and then them throwing the ball down the field. When he's about 48% passing with about 25 to 27 attempts, that's the magic. That's what they do really well. And that's where they've had most of their production offensively. He's rushed the ball for, 92 yards, almost 100 yards last week. So he's also incorporated in that running game. He's smart. He makes good decisions. But that opens up the big plays we've seen down the field to lock it.
You're talking about Penny now?
No, I was talking about Russell.
Oh, okay. Got it.
Russell had a good
Yeah, but I could jump on Penny, too.
Yeah,
Listen, last week they had 19 rushes, okay? Davis had 15 of them, okay? Of course they're going to spell him sometimes because they want to ground and pound. They want to wear you down. So there's opportunities for Penny to come in as well. But I'm saying when you combine Penny, Davis, Russell, all those guys that implement them in the run game, it makes for a dangerous offense.
Yeah, Carson, Seahawks, the only team in the NFL that has 3 separate rushers with 100-yard games this season.
Got to stop the run.
Interesting.
That's what we said.